Good evening, Hanmatrao. Today, this evening, we will continue the episode on Anna, how he managed a very large family. Despite the large family, he built valuable assets in a prime location in Bangalore. We started covering in the last episode. So we talked about how he was working very hard, taking tuitions in the evening soon after coming from back from college, and how he could save, and then how he managed to maintain the house. At the same time, think of what he should do for further improving the wealth of the family. We found that we could not cover the whole thing, and we came to a situation where one day, when as a young boy sitting in the veranda in your front porch, enjoying the front trees and other things, the compound, suddenly set of laborers coming and mercilessly chopping off and clearing the whole area. You didn't understand what exactly was happening, and you are very much shocked that good trees, etc., are being cut. We didn't understand the reason. So there we stopped. Now we will continue from where we left off in the last episode. Yes, sir.
One of the things that emerged was that it was the annual feature for our family, for my father, to invite all the Jesuit fathers in the college, the principal, D'Souza, and other people, and also where the Palais Central Bank, where he used to deposit the account, and Mr. Isaac was the manager. So he used to invite all of them for a evening party, a high tea in our house. So they all used to come between Christmas and New Year.
Oh,
Usually every year it was an
okay.
annual feature. So he used to come, and they used to he used to entertain with typical Indian stuff like bhaji, bonda, and
Hot,
khichdi,
hot,
bath,
hot,
and
hot.
all those things, which is not usually taken by those
Those
people.
people,
So
correct.
they used to enjoy, and afterwards coffee, cup of coffee, hot cup of coffee, and all those things. They used to enjoy, they used to laugh, we used to share jokes and all those things. So Mr. Isaac was a family friend. He became a family friend because my father used to regularly deposit his salary check in that bank. So also many people from St. Joseph's College used to have an account with the Palais Central Bank.
Okay.
As you know, Palais Central Bank is in the corner
Ah,
of Brigade Road and MG Road.
at that time.
It was that old iconic building,
Uh,
which is called now it is called Kaveri Emporium.
Now it's
So now it
covered.
is called Kaveri Emporium. So it was
The
a
corner building
corner building facing both Brigade Road, a small portion, and a bigger portion on
on
the
the
MG Road.
MJ Road.
It is the first building there,
Yeah.
and it had cast iron pillars, round cast iron pillars on the veranda,
Yeah.
and then a big hall. Going into a big hall, you would see designed flooring and a high roof in the front portion for the bank hall with
Where transactions and all
where
that.
transaction and with all those furniture with gleaming copper or brass rods that counters were very nice and very
It was
illuminated.
impressive.
It had chandeliers and all. It was an old type of building where I used to sometimes go to that building
Accompany your
also,
father.
accompany my father and deposit the check. He will deposit check and afterwards we come back to the house. So that Mr.
I
Isaac,
think that bank is very near to the St. Joseph's College.
nearer to St. Joseph's College,
That is the
just
reason
down,
why.
no, down Ashirvadam Circle, you go there, then Residency Go Road, and then you
Correct.
can take a turn.
Immediately,
That corner, you
college
get to
is
that
coming.
corner building, it was there. So you used to stop the car before the bank, and I used to go there and I used to accompany him. And that is why I remember that bank. And that Mr. Isaac, also a tall person with a curly hair
Uh,
and little bit stooped, always putting full suit and a tie. So he was very smartly
Dignified.
dressed, very smartly dressed with lean and tall, lanky person with curly hair. So
Kerala, I think. No?
Keralite, yeah, Keralite Christian. So Christian.
Uh,
So he used to come. He was also he used to come to our house
for that
and for that
annual.
party.
Uh,
And then of course after next day after some time in the bank when he saw my father, he gave an idea. See, you are a professor. You are having such a open portion with garden and all those
in a
things.
prime
If
location.
you if you can construct a building for us,
Uh,
so we will take the ground floor for our head office,
uh,
Kevala Central Bank head office.
oh,
So he told, why don't you can we'll give the advance the loan also
okay.
for you, because he was a regular depositing and he had good this one for
Relationship.
that manager. So they immediately he gave, and now afterwards I realized, oh, this is the reason for chopping of the trees and all those things. There is a new construction is, so I could tie up what was there in that mind on that day. It
Yes,
is now it is the
it
answer
became
was there.
clear.
The answer was there,
Uh,
and then he the plot was cleared up all the this one, and then they started digging for the foundation. And actually, at that time, there was an Asiatic building in the present day Janata Bazaar building.
Asiatic building in those
Asiatic
days.
building in those, that still Asiatic building, that Asiatic is there
Uh,
on the top of the, if you see in
but
that
it is
building,
Janata Bazaar.
that it became Janata Bazaar.
Uh,
Asiatic building was constructed
building
for
still.
rental. One Mr. Sudhindra,
Uh,
one my friend in the same time was there, his father,
uh,
Gopal Rao.
Gopal.
Gopal Rao was the one
Malmal.
who,
Malmal Gopal.
I guess Gopal Rao was the one who was constructing the building. And mostly government officers
Okay.
and such things were there in the first floor, second floor, and all. It's a very iconic building in that area. So then that building was constructed out of wire cut bricks.
Ah,
Wire cut bricks means it is a finely finished rectangular this one with the machine finished.
ah.
So just like it was
Very smooth.
very shining, smooth outer portion and all square. It was square. It didn't have curves like in a modern brick, and it not rough. Very very so
So
that
only
you need
finished.
not give a plaster. You need not plaster if you construct the building just like that. Janata Bazaar was constructed like that only. Only it will be dressed with cement all round, and it will be
With
just like
joints
that.
only will be little
Joints
bit
only will be dressed
uh,
so that it will become very nice
neat.
like a brick building. So that some portion of the bricks, I don't know whether we got it from the remaining from that building only. So we bought that only the red bricks. Very costly actually. Each brick is costlier, 2 to 3 times costlier than the ordinary bricks.
Ordinary bricks.
We got that, and then there was one one Govinda was the chief mason, and other people were there. So foundation soon came up, and the building came up. And the building, as it was discussed, they wanted to make the ground portion one big hall,
Ah,
so that he
for
will
the
leave it
bank.
to the bank,
Bank.
so that they will do accordingly the internal whatever they wanted according to the requirement. They will make it, and then the first floor and second floor also they came up. And then during the construction, the staircase was put in the front portion. So it was centered, the staircase was centered at that time. For the roofing, they prepared the roofing. At the end of every roofing day, when they put this concrete slab, we used to give some food to all the laborers.
Laborers.
Laborers and tiffin and such things. So only in the night time they will do the concreting. So with the
Machine.
with the light, with the Petromax light and all
Petromax.
those things. So they used to do. So they used to give. So they used to give in the evening some upit or
So it
something.
must have been a bigger gang, no?
Bigger gang. So temporarily many people will come
How
for
many
that.
people?
Maybe 20-25 people will come for the
For
roofing.
that roofing.
For one
For that
temporarily we used to
occasion.
get
For
so
that
much
occasion.
this very building. It was done in the manual way, they mix and they go. So at that time Surya was younger than me.
So the food will be prepared by
Food
your
will be
mother.
prepared by mother, and there are some old ladies, our grandmothers and others were there. So
Together they will.
sometime there was even a cook, one
A guest.
Vyasacharya cook was there for some time in our house. So they used to prepare the evening upit or something like that. So in the night, full fed for some sambar bath or
Bhojan will be done.
sambar bath or other thing will be prepared and it will be given to the served to the people. So Surya wanted to do that uppit himself.
What was his age at that
It
time?
was maybe 5 6 years. So
As
I was
a
about
small
8 years.
boy, he was excited. He also wanted
I
to
was
cook.
about 7 8 years or 9 years. So he's about 3 years less than me. So 6 old, and so he wanted to do that, and so we didn't know how to solve the problem. My mother gave one bandle, that is one. I don't know how to
Small
in
vessel.
English, a vessel and some water they put and they put hay and all those things. They lighted up, and he took this one ladle and he made this one, and he insisted that something like that.
He prepared something.
He prepared and it has to be served.
Uh,
So he told Govinda, you must eat. He wanted to see him eat. So it was, that
knowing
was
that the
a
mason was forced to eat
then everybody was
Surya,
laughing.
Surya's
And
preparation.
Surya's preparation, and then that time during the first floor molding, we got some first floor after that staircase. It was not put actually, centering was done, and we got a fresh batch of wet sand. So it was put in front of the building.
It was heaped.
So it was sand hill was there with wet sand. So I remember Tandoni climbing up the
Brother.
mother's brother. So he was there. He was a young boy, young person, maybe about 18, 20 years. Was doing his studying BSc in St. Joseph's College. So at that time, so then he was climbing that, and he on the sajja he stood, and then he jumped on the sand mound, sand hill on the front. So I saw him. I remember that scene clearly, and so afterwards they quickly he constructed the first floor. The molding was over. Then second floor, molding with the red bricks and all those things. So then it was completed. Soon what happened was the Graha Pravesham was performed. A big hall at the time, there was still the big hall was there. And I remember my uh, Seshamma, that is my mother's elder sister's husband, Venkatramana Rao, was a stout, was a huge built person, dark, tall and dark and all those things. So he wanted to, he had come to Bangalore some time back to do business in Bangalore. They had lands and other things in Pulambadi, near Salem. So they sold all those things, they came here. And one of the things he wanted to start at that time was doing some business in mobile by through cycle. So he had a tricycle. So front two cycles, in between a box was kept.
Big,
It was fixed,
big.
and there is seat and other things was there in the back. So you can
And
ride.
rear side, one,
And he
one
had
wheel.
and in this one he had this handle. That box only had handle, so you could
Turn
maneuver
it.
it. And the cycle that he can drive. And in that he used to sell. He wanted to sell stationery articles, toiletries, soap, powder, talcum powder, and all those items, and some plastic items like combs and other things were there. So he wanted to sell. So he wanted to drive on the road and sell in like a
He
house to
thought
house.
that business he
That
can do.
business he started, and he demonstrated us on that in that big hall.
Empty
It was
hall.
an empty hall. He rode, and we were excited that we were saying that he was
Yeah,
maneuvering
funny
the
vehicle.
box,
Funny vehicle going.
and it was going with two tires
Yeah,
on
yeah,
the other
still,
side.
still, why
So he
not?
was going with a tinned box, black tinned box in front.
Covered box, huh?
Covered box, so that whenever he want, he can
Open and.
open and for selling the article, he will take this and give it and collect money. That was the technique. So he used to drive and all the time. We saw that.
So all children were excited.
So building was constructed and it was there. And do you remember in the front of the house, there is in the first floor, there is a Jai Hind. Just before independence only, my father was a staunch patriot. He was, of course, pro-Congress in those days. They are the people who did independence. So he was a little bit patriotic. So that is why he put Jai Hind in Kannada in the first floor. That you can see the design, that one. And second floor in the front of the staircase portion, put Sri Ram.
Because he is a Ram
Hindi,
Bhakt.
Ram Bhakta. Ram is a Ram Bhakta, and Rama temple was there next to our house. That way the house is called Sri Ramanivas.
Sri
Sri
Ramanivas.
Ramanivas. So he built that building, and at that time there was a independence movement was there.
Uh-huh.
The pre-independence, there are a lot of refugees
Yeah.
were there in Sindh, Pakistan.
Uh-huh.
Sindh is another state district in Pakistan.
In
Where
Punjab area. Punjab area.
Lahore, Punjab, Sindh area. So they were unsafe with the riots and Muslims and Hindus being attacked and
Partition.
all those things. Partition wars were there, and they all rushed to India as immigrants.
Mhm.
So they are refugees.
Mhm.
They came first batch of many people came to Bombay,
Bombay.
and they took place in that. They took refuge
Residents
in Bombay,
there.
residence in Bombay, and some spillover was in Bangalore next.
Mm.
So they thought Bangalore is safe down this
South.
one. It is a nice city. So that is how some Sindhis came at that time when our building was ready. And that is how we got three Sindhis who came like that
The first tenants.
as our tenants. They were one Mr. Ahuja on the last floor here.
Ahuja.
Ahuja family, and Bajandas family occupied the first floor, and ground floor one Hasanand also from this one. So these three people came and they took. They badly wanted to get this one, so they this one, and ours was the almost first flat type of construction in Bangalore. I think so.
Correct.
My father did that with two flats on first floor, two flats on
That
the
concept. That
second
concept.
floor. So that. Then this what happened was after some time the Palais Central Bank backed out that they will not occupy that portion. But he had taken the loan and then he cleared the loan, my father. So they did not. So then he started making two flats in that area. First ground floor.
The hall is no more for bank.
So with that the idea, firm idea entrenched, he had no other way to but to make two floors, two
Two
portions,
portions.
two flats again for the ground floor. So that is how the became a three floors, three flats on either side. Our building became like that. So that was there, and afterwards, what happened was my father. Then he used to deposit all the checks and all those. He returned. He was returning regularly the EMI, that loan from this
Loan
one.
installments.
And some time later, the Palais Central Bank collapsed.
Oh.
That means it became bankrupt or I don't know, insolvency or something. So it closed, and everybody rushed to my father and told, "Professor, have you lost money?" Like that. My father told, "No, no, I had taken loan from the bank on the other hand, and I have returned also. I have returned also honestly, like I paid back also the loan." He told. So that building became our own type of house, and that became an asset for our this one. But only thing, our back portion became a little bit dark because the front building was very big,
Blocking.
big, and there was a passage. We had to come through the side passage
And
and
enter
take a
the
turn,
turn.
and facing the road, main gate was our garage was there.
Correct.
So that building was like that. So it became bright and airy and so with full of sunshine. Our building became hidden in the back portion. That was one of the things that happened. We had lands in Kudiveri, and that 17 and a half acres and this one. After some more years, this land, my father thought nobody is interested in going to Kodiveri and being there. There is no use being an absentee landlord that is sitting from Bangalore getting only that. You could get more money if you yourself take interest,
Correct.
can put tractors and other things. It is quite a big, quite a fertile land, sir, and fruit orchard. So as nobody was interested, he was also thinking why to hold on the property there. Something was going on in his mind. So then he, as a this one, what he did was he first improved the value of the land by putting pumps and all those things, increasing the value of the land. So he can get more, fetch more price in case he wants to sell. So with that idea, he made that, and a small portion of the land was also owned by my sister Saraswati Amma.
Saraswati.
But he was managing that also, and he was giving her, collecting the Guttagai money or lease money, and he used to give it to his sister also. That was going on, and that Kodiveri land, he decided to sell. Then Kali Indian, the Christian tiller, he became he is very rich fellow. So he said he will buy
He himself
both
would
the
like to
lands.
buy.
He would buy both the lands, and he went. My father went to Kodigeri and disposed of the land, and then he got all the money. And my father, all the time being in the professor, so he was really busy in earning money. His goal was earning money. So because he has to provide for the family. So what he used to do is, as soon as he came from the college, there will be waiting. Students will be there
Ah.
in the busy room. So we used to open. I used to open the busy room and welcome them and be chatting with them. Meanwhile, father will just go rush, have a refresh himself, and he will change to dhoti. The kachap he will put, and a shirt he will have, that white shirt only will be there, and he will have a cup of coffee and all those things, get a little bit fresh, and he will rush inside that room. Until then, I will be like a pillar. So
You are the receptionist.
receptionist, and my father will get stream of students from about 5:36 to 9, like
Appa,
that.
3 hours, 4 hours.
3 hours continuously, but he will usually not take, sometimes rarely two people used to come, but otherwise he used to take individual tuition.
Individual tuition.
So many tuition people were like Puranaya's family, BT oil mills, one full of Brahmapatavanawar. That is, they are the starters of BDT College of Engineering.
Ah.
Oil king, oil mills they owner, and his son used to come. All those such people also used to come to our house for tuition, for taking tuition for mathematics. So he used to say he was a very good teacher, and almost
yes,
whoever has taken tuition, they have, even the worst students have come out, have passed. Never, nobody failed. So even in the worst, this one used to make them. So he was fully busy, and he was managing his finances by, sometimes when the marriages and such things that he may require extra, lot of surge of demand was there for money. So he used to take this one from from his tenants, Bhajan Das and all.
They were all
those.
money lenders.
They were all money lenders. Of course, a higher rate of interest he used to take, and he used to clear. They were also sympathetic being the tenants there and all those things. So they were there. And my father, like that, he used to be frugal, and he used to give only the tuition money to my mother. So to manage the household
Household,
expenses and all. So that will come in installment.
bits
he
and
gets
pieces.
as he gets some tuition, he will give money, and she will manage the household. Okay, now I have to buy the rice and all those things. Now I have to buy what is shortage. So like that, she will manage, but manage the situation herself. She will never share that problem with her husband, wife, or daddy. So it was going on well, because he never used to bother what is the cost of this, what is the cost
So
of
as and
this.
when some need arises, he will go and buy.
Go and buy, and I was a young boy, and only my mother will tell, "Oh, go and buy some sugar or something like that."
Where, which?
Then I will go to Bomana stores.
Bomana
One
store.
was in the Majestic. He's a very famous, Bomana was a very famous grocery merchant right in Majestic Circle. That's near Triveni, this one. Triveni Theatre. After Triveni Theatre, no, that is also not there. And are in that corner. Afterwards, he shifted to another corner shop. So I used to go, and I used to get.
Must be 10 or something like that, your age?
That's all, not maybe about 8 or 10, like that.
So you'll run and then
rush and go there and come back running. For me, it was I used to happily go all those things, and sometimes we'll manage from the ration shop opposite.
opposite
So,
ration shop,
so
government
we used to
ration shop.
go from get some items. And for coffee powder, we used to go to India Coffee Depot. There is again Kempegoda Road. I used to go, and I was the handy boy in the house.
Very good.
To all those things. So
Yeah,
that was,
that's how you learn also, no?
that was how I was dealing with all the finance. Then I will get change. And
So mother was managing like that.
manager was
So the
managing,
salary was studiously saved.
saved, and everything was in the bank.
uh,
So salary check was that never used to touch the salary money for household expenses. So like that he is managing skillfully managing this one with the help of my mother, who was a perfect foil to my father. And
so this
she used to
Kodiveri money
Kodiveri money was there. Afterwards, after some years only, the Kodiveri disposing of that money
happened.
happened, and he got the money. And what he did it in future, I think we'll go to the next episode.
I think can you recall something about your father in the early when he studied and he was in the Kodiveri and how he went through his education? Maybe a little bit we can share today in the second episode. That's what we thought. Yeah. So what do you want to say?
Um, my grandfather, that is
Satam.
Hanumantrao,
Ah.
and his wife Tangamma, they had the first child, who was called as Bhagirathi, and she was a fair and beautiful girl.
Called Satam.
Well, she was a fair and a beautiful girl,
Ah.
and she was married young. So then what happened for about a few years, for about 7 or 8 years, they didn't have any children.
Oh.
My grandfather actually wanted to have a male child. As you know, that
My grandfather
my Hanumantrao wanted a male child in the family because the Vamsa, Bharadwaja Vamsa, our Bharadwaja will continue to its son and all.
Correct.
So they had
That is a normal belief.
normal belief in those days that they should
Yeah,
have
even
a son.
now also
Even now,
that
son is a son. That was that tradition. Was there.
Vamsavali.
So then what happened was, then I believe, he threatened his Tangamma. No, if you don't get a male child, I am going to get married again to somebody else.
Oh.
I will get male child through her.
What about that?
So she got panicky and she went to Erode.
Ah.
Erode is in the banks of Kaveri. There is a Raghavendra Swami Math.
Oh.
Very famous Raghavendra Swami, one of the oldest in South India.
Oh.
So that Mata, she went there because it is quite near. Erode is very near.
Oh, very near that place.
Very near, about 40-50 miles. So she went there. She used to take everyday bath in the river Kaveri, and with wet
clothes.
she used to go around Pradakshina of this one every day. Like that she did, I believe she
So
did
that prayers.
8 days or 7 days she went back. And maybe the answer to the prayers, she got the male child. That is, my father was born. So my father was born, Srinivasara was born. And after a few years, another girl, Saraswati Amma, was also born. So, but she was
sisters.
father's youngest sister was born. But about again 8 to 10 years gap between my father and sister. So she was dark and lean. And meanwhile, what happened in the meanwhile period, the first daughter, that is Bhagirathi, expired during the first childbirth.
Oh.
So that became a shock for them because she was so beautiful. And she was quite dark, thin and dark. So he had little bit of bias. His grandfather had a bias, but she was loved by the mother more. Tangamma used to love her. And the bondage between my father and sister was so much. Saraswati was so much from the initial days only. It continued even in Bangalore, everywhere. So my father loved his sister so much. So that every function, every time she will come to Gandhinagar. So